Well, really didn't want to be doing this video. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. We're going to be doing a little transfer live stream up later on my channel, so stay tuned to the link for that. We haven't got enough content today to be doing a transfer update, but we have got a transfer video still coming out later with a live stream where we can all talk about transfers and stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned for that and stay tuned for my channel. That will be up later on today. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content and you want to help support my channel, then subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Just because the season has now ended for football doesn't mean we haven't got content to be doing. We've got daily Manchester City transfer updates, and I'm hoping now more than ever, it's going to be a busy one for this summer, so I'm going to keep you up to date with that every step of the way. So subscribe. Social media links in the description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Yeah, also got merchandise out, which you can find just below the description on the video. If you want to go and check that out, that would be much appreciated. And also, don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video as much as possible, and of course don't forget, leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm going to say it's most important, your thoughts in the comments below. Where did it go wrong last night against Lyon? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be plenty of reactions and thoughts to that, so looking forward to what everyone has got to say. So my thoughts, I've put this down to, I've managed to find 10 reasons as to what went wrong with Manchester City yesterday and why we ended up losing 3-1 and exiting out at the quarter-final stage of the Champions League once again. Pep Guardiola, we're going to be speaking a lot about him in this video, but the facts now read: first season at City, last 16, out against Monaco. Season after, quarter-final, out against Liverpool. Season after, quarter-final, out against Spurs. Season after, quarter-finals, out against Olympiqye Lyonnais. Not a great Champions League record for him. Where can Manchester City improve? That's what we're going to address in this video. So, breaking it down, reason number one, first and foremost, the formation from Manchester City yesterday. Way too negative. Now, Lyon are a negative side. No offence to Lyon, they're a negative side. They play defensive football. They want to hurt teams on the counter-attack. We've played Lyon last season. We know this. We played them in the group stage. We know what to expect. City will have done their homework. They have done their homework. Pep knows that they like to run into the channels, kick and chase. They've got quick players. How many times this season have we played in the Premier League and we played teams like that? And how many times have these Premier League teams been successful? Well, far too many times against City. We've lost 9 games this season in the Premier League. That's 1 in every 4 games we have lost in the Premier League, which is, for City standard, what they're looking for. That it really isn't good enough, and that does need to improve for next season. So the formation, I was just hoping that City would just do what they do. What's our most valuable asset? Attacking and scoring goals. Nowhere to be seen in the first half. That's, to me anyway, that's unforgivable. Going with 3, I could call them 3 holding midfielders: Fernandinho, Rodri and Gundogan. All 3 of them are accustomed to playing at defensive midfield. That's our midfield 3. They'd moved De Bruyne into a kind of more unfamiliar position. The legs of Phil Foden was perfect against Real Madrid. I don't... Pep's going to get criticised, rightly so in my opinion, because he's changed a winning team. He's changed what worked so well against Real Madrid, and I can't tell you why. I don't understand why he did that. I'm left wondering, what if he'd just done what we'd done against Real Madrid and we'd gone out, I'd say, I understand, fair enough in doing that, because I would have done the same. Instead, he's overthought this, and so the formation, the first problem, just too negative from Manchester City. Speaking about the next point is number 2 reason why it went wrong: no creativity. The team selection was just a little bit out. I'd have just gone with the same team that beat Real Madrid. Then players have earned their place in the Champions League quarter-final, put in 2 fantastic performances against Real Madrid, both away and at home. Full of confidence, I'd have just said, Do the same again against Lyon. Let Lyon change it up. Let them do something different to try and beat Manchester City. Not the other way around. It's just completely been overthought this by the management and by Pep Guardiola. And so, formation a problem. The midfield three, big problem for me. Not enough creativity. I'd like to have seen Foden. I'd like to have seen David Silva brought on a lot earlier. Obviously not playing Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva as well. There's lots of creative players that were on the bench. And it was all a bit lacklustre that was actually on the pitch. So that, number 2 reason why ultimately it didn't really work. And it never really clicked for City in this game. And leading on from that is reason number 3. Simply, it just didn't link up, it didn't sync, it didn't work for Manchester City. The team looked unfamiliar with what they were doing and what they were playing. Surely, you're in the biggest game of the season, you're going to be playing your most familiar formation, your most familiar team, and you're just going to relax them and just say to them, do your thing. And our thing is attacking and scoring goals. And that first half was unforgivable, just nowhere to be seen. And whilst I can point finger at the first half, brings me straight on to reason number 5. Into the second half, we did create opportunities. We were not clinical enough. That Raheem Sterling miss is what I'm thinking right away. Raheem Sterling's quality, that should be going into the back of the net, but we'd built ourselves up into the game. We was under so much pressure. 2-1 down, just a few minutes remaining. We're needing to score that. Instead of just being natural and just guiding that ball into the back of the net like you would 99 times out of 100, all of a sudden, the whole pressure's on your shoulders. Bottled it, basically, and that's what happened. Raheem Sterling leant back and put it over the bar. It's not the first time Raheem Sterling's done that either. I'm not going to put the defeat and us going out of the Champions League right on Raheem Sterling's shoulders. Not what I'm saying. It's one of many factors, but at the end of the day, we weren't clinical enough. And Sterling, Jesus, De Bruyne, etc., the attacking players, they were put onto the pitch to score goals, and make things happen. And City did create opportunities. In that second half, there was enough opportunities there for us to be scoring at least a couple of goals. And I'm very disappointed that we didn't do that. Nitpicking a little bit, but it is one of the reasons ultimately why we have gone out. Now, number 7 reason, I'm going to go straight up and give credit to Lyon. One reason we've gone out is because Lyon played really well. At the end of the day, substitutions well timed, putting Dembele on just at that nice important stage where Depay was starting to show a bit of fatigue, so they brought on Dembele, fresh legs, worked a trick for them, and they just continued playing what they've been doing all game. Their midfield dictating the game, putting tackles in at the important times. Lots of people unhappy with Cornet as well. He managed to grab himself a goal, make himself, chucking himself about here, there and everywhere. He's everywhere on the pitch, winding City up. He did a really good job for Lyon. And think of it from a Lyon perspective, they must be delighted with how they performed, and they put in a really good shift. That first half, they dictated what had happened. It's up to Lyon to turn up and do their thing, and in the first half in particular, they did that, and then they were clinical in the second half. And so, kudos to them and congratulations to them making it to the semi-final. One reason simply has to be down to that Lyon played a really good game. Next reason, I mentioned Lyon's use of substitutions. Manchester City's use of substitutions, a bit iffy. Riyad Mahrez bringing him on seemed to have worked for Manchester City. It was causing problems. Lyon looked a little bit tired at the time. Putting Mahrez on was a well-timed substitution, but it was quite clear to me that it was lacking creativity in the middle. I felt like that midfield three that we'd put on just simply wasn't working. I was saying it on my live stream. I was like, just put on the more attacking players. Get David Silva on earlier. Get Bernardo Silva on. Get Phil Foden on. Phil Foden didn't even come on. What? Doesn't make sense. Didn't make sense. Poor use of substitutions from Pep. 9th reason, not looking for excuses here, the poor use of VAR. I've had my problems with VAR all season. I've had my problems with VAR in the Champions League quarterfinals. The fact that Lewandowski managed to get his goal, although it doesn't matter, he was offside. I've put screenshots up on Twitter. He was offside. Why that's been allowed, I do not know. Doesn't mean anything. But it's the same again that's happened for that game yesterday. There's contact on Laporte for that second goal. It's a free kick. The referee's there, ready to give a free kick. I don't understand why the referee can't go to the monitor and back up what he thought he had seen to give a free kick. Lots of people are going to be saying it's biased, he's been paid, UEFA, stuff like that, etc., etc. It's just... we're looking at straight up facts. There's contact there. It's a free kick. It's really disappointing. I think there's lots of reasons why we've exited, so I'd put this right towards the bottom of the list, that VAR is one of the reasons. But once again, VAR's here to make sure correct decisions are made, and they're not getting made, so what is the point in VAR? You may as well just have the referee make the decision, because it's just as controversial as what VAR is. In fact, it's more infuriating, because VAR is meant to give the correct decision, and that is not happening. And now my 10th reason, and the most important reason of them all, is quite simply down to Pep and the players not learning their lesson, and that hurts the most. It's why I'm sat here really disappointed. I went away from the game, had a think about it, obviously trying to be as positive as possible, because I'm a really positive person. That's the vibe I was trying to get on Twitter out, because the mood was really toxic yesterday on social media. I thought it might be, so I'd just be nice and positive and try and put out things that made sense. And I was really hoping that City had learned their lessons. We knew what United and Arsenal had done to City this season. We've lost 9 times in the Premier League this season. We know what teams want to do. They want to sit deep, hurt Manchester City on the counter-attack, score goals, play with pace up top. How many times has that happened now this season? Too many times. Why them lessons haven't been learned, I do not know. I just feel like now with the transfer market coming up, we need fresh legs at the back. We need new style of leadership in the team. So I'm on about signing some really influential players that are going to make a difference in the dressing room. And we need to try and turn this negativity and the negative end to this season and turn that into motivation to try and build on that for next season. And I think it's very, very important now that Manchester City get off to a really good start in the Premier League, because if we don't, we're going to be in big bother for next season. I'm concerned for next season, so we need to make sure we hit the ground running, and the players need to make sure they're using this energy that they're feeling right now as motivation to make sure that they don't feel like it again. One thing that was really good to see, it's not good to see, but it was good to see, if you get what I mean, that the players were showing a lot of emotion at the final whistle. It means a lot to the players to try and win that Champions League trophy. So they need to learn their lessons. They need to say, what do we need to do? And actually, I would say that just being yourselves and being simple. Pep, just do your thing. The formation that's worked for us since the restart in the Premier League. We've had the best form out of any Premier League side since the restart. Play that nice attacking football, that lovely flowing football. Get De Bruyne sitting deeper. Get Phil Foden involved as much as possible. Get wingers that are stretching that pitch. Be attacking. Score goals. And the reason that City have struggled in this game yesterday against Lyon, it's gone back down to something that we did really well for the 2 seasons that we won the Premier League, and that was Manchester City's ability to put teams under pressure, and that's by scoring first. I was having a discussion with some people, we all came to the same agreement. Scoring first is crucial, and just being attacking, doing what Bayern Munich do, which is try and score 2 or 3 goals in the first half and have the game sorted by half time. But Bayern Munich had that match won against Barcelona, and that's why they ended up winning 8-2, because they had that game done by 30 minutes into the game. And that's what City, they are capable of doing that. Didn't do that. They didn't do it in this game. We've done it in some games, but not all games. And I don't understand why we're not doing it in all games, no matter the opposition. Show no fear. Do what we do. Show what we're capable of. We changed it up against Lyon. No disrespect to them. I'd change it up a little bit when we're going up against teams like Bayern Munich, because they're a scary team that are in scintillating form. You're going to need to change it up to try and adapt to playing them. But with Lyon, we knew what to expect. They're like lots of Premier League sides, so we're used to playing teams that like to play with quick attackers and hurt us on the counter-attack. And too many times we've seen it this season that City haven't dealt with that. And that all comes down to not learning our lesson. So I'm disappointed in that end, and also having some players that, at the end of the day, aren't good enough, and we do need to be ruthless in this transfer window and making sure that we're bringing in fresh new blood, young players, motivated players, and also adding in little bits of experience from players that are winners, that want to win, they're motivated to win, that can also bring in that leadership into the team. It's going to be a very difficult thing to get done in the transfer market, but it needs doing, and if that means City have to pay a little bit more, we've got the money, go and pay a little bit more, because we're feeling the effects over the last couple of seasons of not bringing in the first choice players that we've wanted. I feel Vincent Kompany not being replaced, the big personalities, the Zabalettas, the Yaya Toures, the Joe Harts. We need them voices back in the dressing room, and at the moment I don't feel like it's there, and I feel like there's a lot for City to get done. Now, big ray of sunshine is what I'm going to say. I really wanted Manchester City to win the Champions League this season. I felt like it was a great opportunity for us to have won the Champions League. It isn't to be for this season. That doesn't matter. We can go again next season. We won at CAS, so we can go again next season. We've got European football and Champions League football to look forward to. And one thing I'll say, the big ray of sunshine is, it'd have been great, but it'd have been underwhelming in the long run, winning the Champions League without having the fans there to appreciate it. The fan friction is there between us and the UEFA and the competition. And so I just wanted that when City do win the European Cup, and mark my words, we'll carry on like we are, at some point we'll break over these boundaries and we will win the European Cup. When that does happen, I want fans to be there to appreciate it. And so I'm gutted that we haven't won it this season, but I'm confident and I'm happy that when City do win it, that there'll be fans there and the fans will be able to enjoy the prestige of winning the Champions League trophy, because it is prestigious, it matters to everybody. I know lots of people say I prefer to win the Premier League, but European Cup's the big boy. It's the one that everybody wants. It's prestige. It's there. You can't classify yourself as being a top successful European team unless you've got yourself a European Cup, and that's what Manchester City need. We've got lessons to learn. A big opportunity missed this year. We go again next year. We've got 4 weeks off now to look forward to. 4 big weeks in the transfer window. 4 big weeks with me doing daily transfer updates for me to hopefully bring you lots of positive news that the players that want to leave, and City replace them with quality players, leaders on the pitch, great personalities in the dressing room, and we can go again feeling refreshed for next season, try and win back that Premier League trophy, try and get the FA Cup back, hopefully retain the Carabao Cup, and go straight for that Champions League trophy again next season. Feeling motivated. We've got 4 weeks off, 4 weeks of daily transfer updates and beyond till the transfer window for everyone to look forward to. What I'll always say is what I say in difficult times: chin up. So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below too. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Social media links in the description below, popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Become a JSGC member if you so wish. Press that join button. Merchandise also just below my page if you want to go and check that out. And I'll be back again later on to be able to chat lots of transfers with everybody and hopefully cheer everybody up, because at the end of the day, we've got to look forward to next season. So transfers, new players, some players leaving. We'll have a good time in that live stream later on today. Stay tuned for that for your link, and you can set your reminder, and I'll see everyone again later this afternoon, early evening for that video. So I've been JSGC, down but not out. The season 2019-2020, thank God, is over. We'll be back again 2020-2021. Fingers crossed it'll be Manchester City's year. So I'll see you all again very soon. Hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you for watching. Peace. Ciao for now.